Well, yeah, psychologist I went to yesterday. No, apparently I have autism or something. Even though I show absolutely no symptoms of it. Change, I'm completely fine with. I don't have sensory issues. I don't have intellectual issues. My voice is usually clear. I know when I'm recording this. From what I've heard, it's slurred, but usually it's clear. I am very expressive. I never have a flat mood. I'm never anxious. I don't stim. Like, if stimming is defined by doing a repeated action that's abnormal out of high emotion, no. Because anytime I do any sort of repeated action, like shaking my leg or something, that is not out of anxiety or whatever they listed down there. That's a habit. So they can screw off of that. It's stupid. Um, I don't have like complicated emotions that I can only describe in words or like strange connections to things like xenogenesis or whatever. I don't um I don't have basically any of the stuff. I'm gonna search it up because I actually ran out. But I don't have inappropriate social interactions. Well, every time I've done something like that, I physically like do it on purpose knowingly because it's fun, not out of some oh I didn't know or whatever. I've held eye contact. Sometimes I avoid it, but I've usually holded it. Compulsive behaviors I've never had. I'm not impulsive. Actually, I'm not impulsive. Every single thing I do, I think about it first. Usually I don't disagree with myself. Actually, I've never disagreed with myself. Like when I think about it, I don't disagree. But I'm not impulsive. I always think about what I do. Um, I have never done anything to hurt myself, or, I don't have any like words or action repetition or whatever. Sure, I may have had a speech delay when I was a kid, but that was something that ran in the family and doesn't constitute towards anything. None of the things actually stick, and I think it's stupid. I haven't had any sort of fixation because once again, no. Like I'm interested in multiple things. And I am very aware of other people's emotions. Just because I don't care, because obviously people suck and they don't compare to me. They're different. I've already talked about how easy people are to understand and how they're not complicated at all. They're barely people, really. They're zombies. But the thing is, apparently, oh, that's like disassociation from others. You're not aware of people's emotions. I am. They they're just stupid emotions. And now I'm gonna have to attend ABA therapy or whatever. And I think that's stupid. I think it's stupid because that's um I just think it's stupid because I've shown absolutely no symptoms for anything, and now I'm being told that I'm intellectualizing my emotions or whatever. No, no, no. I don't overthink. Um, I'm not inflexible. I'm not rigid. I'm not I'm not any of this stuff. And I can do like cognitive empathy. I can like pretend to care. I can do that. I've done that before. Like, am I good at it? I don't care. But I've done it before and I can still do that. I mean, how else would with the whole thing with my dad, how else would I do that? If I was so unable to see other people's emotions. I know I don't care, but I know. And I understand social cues and social norms. Just that I don't care doesn't mean anything. And you're gonna try to like go, well, ABA therapy, they explain it to you and try to make you like, see through it, and you're lacking a lot of skills that you're gonna need for real life. I don't plan on living that long, and I don't care about that. If I do live that long, you can trust that I am able and aware to adapt very quickly. I know the social norms, and if I have to do all these social norm stuff, I can easily. It's very easy to imitate. I've done it before when I was a kid. I did it in middle school for like what, a week before I got bored. I can do this stuff. The issue is that once again I'm a kid. Therefore, I should be making sure that I take the most out of the time, that I don't have to work for this stupid slave labor society. So I'm gonna take as much time as I can to not worry about that. And then when I have to, then I don't know, I'll go drown in a lake or actually contribute to society or something. But right now, it's not the time. And if they have to pull some stupid argument like, oh, well, think about how the other feels, I don't care. I don't know how ABA therapy works at all, and I don't think they're gonna use the logic I'm going off of. Because once again, if you look through this entire channel, that's pretty much just my thinking process. So they're not gonna be able to just try to make me understand how certain things work. I know how it works. And it's a stupid system that I'm not going to partake in until it's completely necessary. Until it's a requirement, I'm not doing shit. So, oh damn, I gave myself a paper cut. And whatever. But anyways, I just think it's stupid, and I hate that. Or did I? I actually can't tell. Is this a paper cut or no? No, it doesn't look like it. But anyways, no, it's stupid, and these people are just actually idiotic. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to see for that and whatever. You know what would be funny? I'm just gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna just do something stupid. This is so stupid. Taking autism tests is actually idiotic because you know those things don't actually mean anything, and usually they're wrong. But it's funny because they actually just did that. And they kept saying I was aggressive for some reason, even though I'm not. I don't get that either. Because where did they get that from? None of the tests that they gave us had anything to do with aggression, so they just pulled that out of their ass. And they assumed I was anxious, which I wasn't. So there's a lot of issues with that. Oh, by the way, I know this might contribute, but of the times where people are saying like, "Oh, that came off rude," but I know you're well-meaning. No, I was trying to be rude. Like I need to excuse a ton of my actions, but like, this is not the way I'm gonna be excusing this. Because I'm not getting therapy for this shit, and it's really pissing me off. And just because I'm interested in politics or philosophy or like religion and stuff doesn't mean that it's a hyperfixation. I feel like the way that people might have talked about it kind of made it seem like that, but no, because I barely focus on that a lot. And the whole interrupting thing, because that's another thing they brought up. I do that, yeah, but I know that it's wrong. That's not like something that's like, oh, it was an impulse or whatever. No, you guys are just annoying. And I don't get comforted by the whole moving thing. It's not a STEM, I swear. So majority of this stuff is stupid, and I don't show any sort of sign or thing of autism because once again I don't show any of that, and it doesn't explain any of my behaviors anyways. Like a lot of autistic people have a black and white mindset. I don't have that. I don't even believe in that, so I don't get it. I really don't. Yeah, I'm still taking the test for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, according to the psychologist, the test I just took is wrong. which makes sense because tests are wrong. Like, majority of these tests online are wrong, so I don't know why I took that. But basically, still, even after that, I don't really care because, once again, my point is, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. And intellectualizing also doesn't explain any of the emotional things that was happening, because that's really more complicated than just, oh yeah, you're intellectualizing. It's like, really shut up, because that doesn't make sense as an explanation. And this whole thing about like support or whatever, because they want like a supportive family system where I could get the support that I need. I don't want support. I don't care about support. I've had support before. You know what happens? It's weird. It's strange. I don't like it because these people are just saying random things, and it's like, who asks for your opinion? I don't care about what you're saying. Your opinion doesn't matter because I already have my goals and I don't need your contribution to it. I don't need people to be like trying to help this or that, because I already have what I'm gonna do. I already have my plans for life. I already have all of my stuff. I already have that. I don't need more help for that, and I don't need people to be trying to set some sort of emotional thing, because I'm not gonna be doing emotional relationships. I already talked about this. That sucks. And also, you have to do it two-way. And if I ever have to be nice to someone in a actually genuine way, I'm gonna throw up because I can't. And it's annoying that I'm trying to push the idea of a supportive family. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I mean, I'm not saying neglectful families are good. What I'm saying is it would work better for me at least, because then I would be able to have way more freedom over a lot more things and actually go through my goals way faster than this. This entire supportive thing is really pissing me off. And I don't need support. I don't need people trying to help me on this or being kind on that. I don't care about this stuff. It's stupid. I want to do what I'm going to do, and I want people to do what they're going to do, and I want people to only interact with me to the minimal. Like, I don't need these people talking to me. I don't need these people hugging me. I don't like that stuff. Not because it's like weird, but because what it represents is some sort of attachment, which means rules, which means actually having to like be kind back, be genuine, be responsible to a certain degree, and it's all stupid stuff. I'm not gonna say commitment issues or whatever, but there's a reason why I'm never getting married, and it's the same reason. Because I'm not going to be doing this for all my life. And it's the idea of making it worse because, oh, get a supportive family, support, whatever. It's making that worse. I don't care about commitment. I don't care about this whole thing. And I don't need these people. I have my goals. I have what I want to do. And all they do is really get in the way, basically. That's all they ever do. And it's kind of stupid that people would be doing this, because like, I don't interact with people unless I like genuinely need something from them. Like, I mean, at school I would interact with people a lot, either to annoy them, to just talk or something. But once again, that's different. These people I actually have to have some sort of emotional connection to, and that's why I try to limit my talking to them to its minimal, because I'm pretty much just an asshole, and I'm not gonna be ruining this entire thing. Well, I already did, but once again, just like that. And I don't think that any of that is gonna be fixed with a supportive family. And by the way, the idea of me lacking attention from my dad. Have you heard of emotional incest? Pretty much. Yeah, I just made, because he wasn't talking to his wife and he had no emotional support, I just took that place so that I could get alcohol out of him. I never cared about him or his attention. All I cared about was what I could get from that. I mean, I got steak. Come on, that was awesome. I got a lot of time on the computer. I got cider. I got steak, cider, a lot of time on the computer. A bunch of movies. Dude, he was, it's not exploitation if he's older than me, but trust me, it was fucking heaven. And all I have to say about that is, that's not support. that was better. That was better though, because there I could actually get anything I want and achieve my goals faster without anyone knowing. And oh yes, at a time I kind of had a whole identity crisis because of it. I still was living pretty much the dream. It was awesome. Like, yeah, sure, I could have like probably accidentally degraded my personality a lot because of that. Because once again, being emotional support sucks, especially if you don't actually know how to do that. And when it's to a psychotic guy like my dad, come on. But anyways, I still got a ton of things out of that, so I don't care about how much it was a struggle, because once again, it's better than this. And the idea that I didn't get enough attention from my dad, I mean, come on, I got more attention than anyone else in the family because I made sure of it. And I didn't even want it. Well, I did for the alcohol, but like, other than that, no. So the stupid thing's all about assumptions and ideas that they don't know what they're talking about. People are stupid, that's what it is. And I'm tired of saying that. Next time I have someone say I want to, I'm just gonna blow my head out. Because once again, I have to go to ABA now. And I can try to explain it like I'm slow or something. Nice. No, I get it. To be a contributing part of society, I have to do this and that. But once again, that's not my goal. My goal isn't that. That's not my goal. So I don't know why these people are trying to force me to live in their way when it's all about their goals and that's how they live. People want to live, so they want to be a contributing part of society. I don't want to be a contributing part of society because that's stupid. You don't live to live, you live for other reasons. And my reason doesn't need me to be so part of society and so social or whatever. I can be social if I want to, and if I don't want to, then you can't convince me to. And I'm tired of this. I mean, the entire thing's stupid. I still don't think I'm autistic. I think that's a misdiagnosis, and I don't know what I have, but come on. If I lack like the majority of the symptoms, how are you supposed to say I have something? I mean, seriously, even in the little paper they had, they literally basically put that I lacked majority of the symptoms, and the symptoms I did have tended to be coincidental, because once again, I'm not aggressive. I don't hate my parents, even though they wrote that down for some reason. I mean, I don't like them, but I don't hate them. Well, it depends what kind of like. I mean, my dad, but I don't. I don't show any of the symptoms. Any of the issues or any of like the sensory stuff or whatever, or the cognitive stuff. So I don't get what part of it is autistic, because I don't get it. If I don't show symptoms for majority of the things that make autism, then what is it that they're trying to put? What's the main symptoms? Alienation from others. That could be described pretty easily. I don't care. Boom. And I don't get it. I really don't. Because they're basically just going off of 3 things, and that's a stupid idea. American healthcare system, guys. Well, it's actually mental healthcare, but whatever. My voice is dying. What? Now that's insane. I saw some meme. Now my voice is actually cracking. But no, I've already went through the entire results of the psychosocial bio whatever thing, and they lied about me a ton. Like, even my mom said that she didn't answer some of the questions that they claimed that she did, and they just wrote down like aggression or whatever. I'm not. Like, nice, good for you, but I'm not. And anxious, I wasn't. All of this other stuff. They're just trying to say things about me to make it easier suit to the basic stereotype or whatever. But I'm not autistic, and I've already said this before, I'm not. They're just actually lying about me. And I need to figure out what's the point of this. And the ABA thing, the ABA therapy, I still hate that thing, because once again, I kind of have to go there. Yeah, I'm gonna see how that goes. But no, if they explain it, like, I'm probably gonna search it up, actually. But if they explain it, like, anything on how I think they explain it, then that's not gonna work. Because once again, I don't care. Okay, first of all, I already have social communication and learning skills. And I have good behaviors. I don't understand what the whole thing is. And I don't need support. Once again, I hate support. Because I already have my things, so I don't need anything else. And I mean, I do good anyways. Autism Speaks. Isn't that like the guys who hate autism or whatever? It's kind of funny, but whatever. I'm trying to find what they actually do, but it's pretty strange. I can't find anything. Can be adapted to meet the needs of each unique person. Okay, but nihilism as a mindset, you can't really say, well, do this because this or that. Because I don't, it's not really that. Okay, the ABC, so teach and understand behavior, and antecedents, what happens before the target behavior. It could be, okay, whatever, the behavior and the consequence. I already understand all of that. Yes, that's how society works. You have the thing that makes you behave in a certain way, the behavior itself, and the consequence. That's why I don't do a lot of things. That's why I don't like consequence, why I fear consequence. Because once again, you have the thing, the behavior, and the consequence. Now, if I think I'm going to get away with certain things, that's not on me. That's called trying to not be a coward and actually have a will. But I already understand consequence and how it's behavioral. That's why I don't do a lot of things. And I'm not going to do that briefing exercise that you told me about because I don't have anger issues, really. I mean, majority of my quote-unquote anger is superficial and mostly just acting to make myself, like, funny in a way or, like, more emotional. Well, that's kind of stupid. I mean, I don't even think my actual crying was real either because once again, I felt happy the entire time, so who cares? Once again, I don't think any of this is real, and I don't think I need a breathing exercise because once again, those don't work. I don't get impulsive. I always think about my actions before I do them. Even at the whole thing where I was like doing something because of something else, that dread, I still thought about it for a second first, like, why do this? Let me search it up. Let me see that. Let me do this. I've never done something strictly on impulse. I'm not an impulsive person. Okay, let me see about the ABCs. And antecedent. The teacher says it's time to clean up your toys. Behavior, student says no. Consequence. Teacher whips the student. Crazy. That's just how it works. Duh. Dude. Like, no. You know what a student should do? Instead of what the ABA is saying, oh, can I have 5 more minutes? No, you should say, okay, duh, it's not my toys, and I, am basically borrowing toys. Of course I'm gonna give them back, like, exactly when you're told to, because it's not yours. You're not a stealer, and you're gonna get arrested if you don't. It's called common sense. So I'm tired of these people who always go whatever and blah 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 blah. And I don't think they understand that I understand consequence. I'm very social. ABA techniques and philosophy. God, philosophy, shut up. They don't talk about philosophy at all. The emphasis is on positive social interaction and enjoyable learning. Learning will never be enjoyable. unless it's something I'm interested in. That's just how it is. Once again, I am a social person and I've talked to people. I'm not asocial like they said. Oh, by the way, they said I was closed in and I wouldn't talk to people unless it's in the inner circle. But I actually talk to strangers all of the time. And I've made friends with people I don't know. And I do it pretty easily. I'm a social person. I'm not introverted. I'm not. Just because I can be alone and do whatever I want alone, and I don't like emotional relationships, doesn't mean that I'm suddenly introverted and I don't like talking to people. I like talking to people. As long as they're not pieces of shit who want to be my friends, then we can get along. I've done it before and I'll do it again. Talking is easy. I don't need therapy for that. It's so stupid. And this entire thing is just based off of social cues or whatever. I already understand that. I know what a social cue is. I know what social norms is. I know how this stuff works. I think honestly it's you who don't know this stuff. I don't think you're the ones who don't understand how consequence really works. Instead, bases off of different ideas like, oh, well, it's about what people want to do, and I'm gonna make it complicated by adding the antidote or whatever they call it, instead of realizing it's just consequence. That's all it is. And you don't need to break down steps. You really don't. It's very, very simple. So, oh yeah, another thing on why I probably don't have autism. I don't get overwhelmed at all by anything. Ever. Like, my life is extremely stable and I suffer no issues at all. And just because I realize, oh wait, it doesn't matter if I live or die, because once again, I love my life anyways, and it doesn't matter. I love me. But once again, they try to act like I'm unstable. I'm not. I'm extremely stable and I don't have any sort of issues. I'm not autistic and I'm not unstable and I'm not any of this. I'm just better than these people. Like, actually, I just don't like these people because it doesn't make sense. Okay, how can families embrace ABA principles to help the autistic adults in their lives achieve goals, work together to understand the goals or skills that they would like to work towards? I already told you guys, my goals and my skills. It's whatever I want to, making myself a legacy, get good at drawing or whatever, maybe, I don't really know. Stay online a lot because I don't really care about these people. Have fun with myself. Get these people off of my back. Not have to deal with all this emotional shit. And I'm probably die young so I don't have to go get a job. Easy. But whatever. Encouraging independence. I'm very independent and I can do complete tasks by myself. I have washed my own dishes. I've cooked my own food. I've, okay, the thing about showering, that's different, but that doesn't affect me, and I can shower by myself. I can do multiple things by myself. I'm very independent. But if people want to say, oh, well, you don't, do proper hygiene. Well, yeah, because I do that if I actually have to go somewhere. Because I'm not going to get arrested for not showering. And if I get a disease, oh, well, whatever. It's stupid. It's stupid. Break down tasks into small steps. You don't have to do that. Spend time working with the person on their goals every day. No, if someone actually spent time trying to help me on something, I'd actually just shoot them. I don't need people to be helping me on stuff. I already have my stuff. I already know how to do it. I already have my ways. And I don't like people helping me because they're going to push it in a moralistic way. Like, they're going to take their morals, and if I do something they don't like morally, if I draw something they don't like morally, they're going to find issues with it, they're going to complain about it. They get in the way. So, God forbid that I don't need someone annoying me every time I do something they don't like. Please. Reward positive behavior and ignore and redirect negative behaviors. Positive and negatives are myths. I don't base my actions on attention. If you ignore whatever I'm doing, I'm still gonna do it. That doesn't matter. And if you reward whatever I'm doing, I'm just gonna look at you like you're insane because that's stupid. Like, nice, oh, I get chocolate, but I kind of already deserve the stuff that I got because I'm awesome, and it's like I'm not gonna just keep doing something just because it gave me something good. I'm not going to. If you give me a chocolate every time I close the door, I'm not just gonna close the door a ton of times. I'm only gonna close the door when I feel like it. Because people's opinions don't matter unless you're whipping someone for not closing the door. Then I'm not gonna close the door. It's really, this whole thing is stupid. This whole thing's stupid, and I hate ABA, and I hate all of this, and I hate these people, and I really do. I still search up what is ABA, and I can't find out because they won't fucking tell me. What is ABA? Oh my god, end your life. They won't tell me. What is ABA therapy? Because from all I've heard, yeah, but how does it work? How does ABA therapy work? Because right now it seems really stupid. I don't have triggers. Can I be honest? I don't have triggers. Like, you can stress someone out, sure, but there's nothing that makes me, like, angry. From what I understand, triggers should be, it's always about anger or whatever. I don't get angry. I can get stressed at some things, and it goes away in seconds, and I don't do anything drastic because of them. It's not like something serious. It's not like something, and it's something irrational. It's usually something like, I don't know. If I get punched, of course I'm gonna get, like, kind of angry, because once again, I got punched, but am I gonna punch him back? No. That's a metaphor because I don't think I've ever been punched, but you get the basic point. There's nothing that makes me impulsive in the way of triggers. Like, sure, everyone has triggers because, you get angry if you get punched or whatever. But I'm not impulsive. I want to attack someone based off of that. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I already understand consequence. Behavior I do understand. And positive reinforcement does not do anything. So this is gonna fail. I know this is gonna fail. Because these people are just... I'm not autistic, that's why. I don't know, this is stupid. This is really, really stupid because they're basing it off of 3 symptoms. That's all explained by something else, and I feel like this is... Oh, it's been 15 minutes. I hate this. I hate you all.